Welcome, Pandji Pragiwaksono. So excited that we get to do take 2 of your interview.
Thank you. Pleasure's all mine, Carrie. Thank you for
Where,
having me.
where are you at right now?
I'm currently at home right now. Kids have gone to school, so I have a little bit of time for myself.
Nice, nice. Well, let me do a little bit of an intro for people in Goshen. Stand-up comedian, YouTuber, writer, radio broadcaster, rapper, and of course, the most important thing, father. So yeah, I totally stole that off of the Immigrant Jam podcast, Living the Dream, because oh my gosh, it's such a good podcast.
It is. It's an awesome one.
Your dog, you have done London, LA, New York, Paris on this comedy tour. You're huge in Indonesia. I love following you on Instagram. And by the way, anyone who's not following Pandji, you need to go and follow because 1.1 million followers. Yay, not so shabby, but it's like really awesome content. You're coming to Goshen, Indiana.
I am very excited about it.
We have such amazing folks here that wanted to organize, that are huge fans of yours and wanted to get you here and in front of an audience in Northern Indiana. So could you give us a little background and tell the people what your 10,000 hour tour is all about?
I've been doing stand-up for over 10 years. I started 2010 in Indonesia, and then 2022, I decided to move to New York and, try to pursue a career in stand-up comedy. I previously do stand-up in my native language, Bahasa Indonesia. And then 2022, I moved to New York and started my international career. And I've always wanted to bring my comedy elsewhere. I wanted to bring everywhere, as a matter of fact. And in my special 10,000 hour, I talk a lot about being Indonesian in the United States, being in a whole new country with a whole new culture, with more or less a whole new life, because it's a different set of life. And I'm going to talk about the perspective of an Indonesian looking into the United States, being from a very different culture. And then I talk about families, I talk about marriage, I talk about life in general. And I think it's going to be an exciting time for me and everybody in Goshen who decided to show up. Can't wait to be.
So far, you've been going everywhere. It's literally around the world, but I know you're focusing on the States right now. How receptive has the American audience been?
Well, it's been great, to be honest, because I've been to Atlanta, Cleveland, New York. Obviously, I went to Philly, and then also cities like Salisbury. And it's so interesting to find out that not only that the joke works elsewhere, but it turns out that people are just people. I mean, Indonesian and American and European, we're just people with the same, the same problem. Like in terms of relationship, it's always the same problem. In terms of married people, it's always the same problem everywhere around the world. And it's interesting. It kind of gave me the notion that, we're just the same species, same people, and just politics are just dividing us into countries, but we're just basically the same type of creature. It's interesting.
Absolutely. Creatures sometimes, for sure. Thank you so much for taking the time to give us a little background so folks know what to expect here in Goshen. I have to say, as a Southeast Asian person in the creative field, I am so thrilled to see you make this stop. It's at Ignition Music Garage on October 19th at 7 p.m. I know the community is excited to have you here. Salamat tinggal.
Salamat tinggal, Carrie.
Thank you.
My pleasure, Carrie. Thank you so much. I'll see you. Bye.